What's up, everybody? This is Jimmy with Trading Decoded. It is August 5th, 2024, 4:03 in the afternoon, and the market is closed. Today's video is not going to be like my normal videos in that I didn't take a single trade today. And so we're going to talk a little bit about discipline because a lot of people severely lack in that category. It's a bigger problem than you think as a trader. And the lack of discipline is probably why many of you haven't yet learned how to become more profitable traders. I say that because every time I seem to lack discipline, I'm very uncomfortable in my trades or I take losing trades or I have a losing day. And therefore, the fear of the losing trade or losing day is what adds to my willingness to stay disciplined. And what I mean by that is this. So we all woke up this morning to the majority of the stock market having sold off a solid 7 to 8%. SPY opened up down, 5% this morning at one point. The entire market was red. It was slightly chaotic. And when we were preparing for our trading day today, I had started to tell people all of the downsides that could come with trading on a day like today. Number one, contracts are going to be extremely expensive. Number two, volatility was insanely high. And unless that volatility stays high or continues to go up, you're going to get crushed if you buy your contracts too soon. And it's number three, another problem. Whether you believe it or not, the cost of your trade absolutely will affect your ability to trade your plan. We hope it doesn't, but let's be honest. When you open your trading platform and those contracts cost 5 times or 10 times more than what you're used to, you're going to do one of two things. You're either going to move your strike farther out so that you can pay the amount of money that you're used to, which is a bad idea, or you're going to get into your trade. You're going to recognize because that big, gigantic number that you just paid to get in this trade is going to sit right in the back of your head, and it's going to be controlling your mouse finger. And what I mean by that is you won't unsee the cost of that trade. And the cost of the trade shouldn't really affect the way you do trade, but let's be honest, it does. Okay, in my case, playing 5 SPX with these contracts being $5,800 a piece this morning, I told my group before the market even opened, I said, listen guys, here's all the reasons that you should be considering at least being patient, but maybe taking the day. But if I'm telling you from my standpoint, if my normal contracts cost more than $5,000, I'm not trading for the day. And they were $5,700 to $5,800 a piece. Times 5, you're throwing around a brand new car, shitty car, but a car nonetheless, every trade. It doesn't make me feel easy. Okay, I don't feel good about that. I didn't feel good about like what I was seeing on the charts. And then to compound matters worse, brokers were stopped working. I got booted out of Thinkorswim, couldn't get back in for almost 3 hours. Once I did get back in, it was past 12 o'clock, and I don't trade past 12 o'clock anyway. And contracts stayed extremely expensive. Volatility did drop, so a lot of people got crushed with IV crush. Today, if you didn't trade, good for you. I'm glad you had the discipline. We had some people that traded today. Some lost money, some made money. But the point I'm trying to make is, just like when I do my call put scenarios, I was preparing myself to trade in an environment that I was going to be comfortable trading in. Okay, so when I draw that call line on the chart and I put line on the chart, I'm convincing myself that I'm prepared, willing, and ready to take a trade if we cross that line. Well, today I didn't use those lines. I used the cost of my contracts to determine whether I was going to be comfortable trading today or not. And when the market opened and I saw those prices, nope, I'm good. I'm good. And then I've got people arguing with me, Jimmy, why don't you just play SPY instead? Why don't you just trade a smaller position size? Why don't you just use a strike farther away? Why don't you just take the day off? We stayed on the mic all day today. I didn't take the trading day off. I just didn't trade today. And you know what? You have the ability to do that any single day you don't like what you see. Yet it's so difficult for so many to consider that as an option. Yes, I am well aware of the fact that if you don't trade, you don't make money. But you know what else you don't do? You don't lose money. And I hate to say this, but if the majority of the times that you do trade, you're losing money, then trading on a day that's insanely more expensive with a lot more volatility is probably not the smartest thing for you to do. So the reason I didn't trade other position sizes or SPY contracts is because it's not going to change anything. I was still uncomfortable with what I was seeing in the market today. So I chose not to trade it. I even got asked right near the close, do you regret not trading today? No, I certainly do not. I don't regret it at all. In fact, I enjoyed not trading today. We had all of our levels on the chart today. I'll show you guys what we were looking at. Okay. This was our call put scenario. We opened below the put scenario, so that was off the table. Call scenario went from line to line. Okay. We came off higher lows. If you were trying to get in because of higher lows, you know, you had 10 o'clock candle was a massive, massive candle to the upside. And, you know, it looks like a normal chart until you start looking at how far apart these levels are and how big these candles are. Guys, we had what? What did we end up having today? A $13 range? $10 range. $13 range today. $13 range today. But you zoom out, you take a look at this, and because you're squishing it down a bit, these don't look like big moves. We had 60-cent and dollar candles all over the place today. It was insane. You know what else we had today? ADD, the lowest I've ever seen it. Look at this. So this red madness here, this is ADD selling off. Went straight to minus 2,630. I don't think I've ever seen it that low. And it didn't hang out down there for very long. I mean, it stayed down there. But once ADD cannot move lower, you're looking for it to either stay down here, indicating that the market's probably not trying to move up, or it starts to move its way up. And when that happens, that means money is being deployed into the market again, i.e. big money decided, hey, looks like the market has bottomed out. It's safe to put money back in it. And so they do. And when they do that, you can use ADD as a gauge for the idea that the momentum to the downside has stopped. Could be temporary, could be for the day. We don't know. It doesn't matter. Just keep an eye on that chart. You know, Q's was very bloody this morning and then started to buy up. We recognized this in the morning. I said, guys, I know this is going to sound crazy, but if I'm going to take trades, I'm going to be prepared for calls. Why calls? Because in the pre-market, we were putting in higher lows. And then it turned into lower highs. And that's why if we were able to catch this break during hours, we were aiming for our pre-market high line, right? From line to line. If we're going to take calls, we want to get line to line. Now going from 515 to 515.85, that's an 85-cent move right there. That pays. Okay? And we had opportunities all over the place, but we also had contracts at 350 in the afternoon at the money still costing as much as they do at open in the beginning of the day on normal days. Normally you can get SPY contracts over here for $30 and SPX contracts for $100, whatever, you know. Now they were $1,000 SPX contracts at $350. No, thank you. I could skip a day. I've made enough money trading responsibly to be able to afford not trading on a day I don't feel comfortable doing it. And I think more people really, really need to concentrate on when you're looking at something you're not comfortable with. You ever want to know why call-out services don't work? This is the same thing. They don't work because you're taking somebody else's trade, not one you feel comfortable taking. And when it doesn't work, you want to blame somebody else for it. Okay? Guys, learn to trade on your own. And when you do, because you're looking for the right reasons to do it or not do it, you develop a level of comfort. With that comfort comes confidence. With confidence comes clearer trading decisions. You need that. Otherwise, this becomes insanely difficult and it never gets easier until you're comfortable doing it on your own. Okay? So to close, I'm sorry I don't have anything to go over on the charts. I didn't touch the charts today. The majority of our community decided to blue book it today, meaning no trades today. We called it 4 minutes into the open. Okay? We stayed on the mic and we talked and we, helped some people get into and out of some trades. But at the end of the day, I didn't feel comfortable trading. So as I always tell you guys, I'm not going to tell you to do something or suggest you do something that I'm not doing myself. If I don't feel comfortable trading, I'm certainly not going to come out here and tell you that you should. Now, if you're comfortable trading in an environment like this, then trade your plan. Okay, that's all. I'm not saying you can't trade. I'm just saying I'm not gonna. And so don't look to me to convince you to do something that I don't want to do. All right. So in closing, I hope you found some valuable information in this video. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to join our Discord community, we have a link down below. We have people in there every single day. We got 2 trading rooms going on during the day, 2 different strategies, great people in this community. There's no drama. Everything's good. Okay. It's a learning environment and there are people in there learning and they're learning how to stand on their own 2 feet and make money in the stock market. All right. That's what we do. And yeah, if you did decide to trade today, I hope you made some money. If you lost money today, I'm sorry. And if you blue book it today, meaning you didn't take any trades today because you didn't like what you saw, that's a big proverbial high five to you. All right. And with that, we're going to wrap it up. And I love you guys. Till tomorrow. See you.